get a lot of questions this time of year about plants that look like they're dead over the winter, and of course there are a lot of plants that did die, or at least died back a long ways. But there's a big difference between plants that got winter kill and plants that are what we call suffrutescent. Sounds like a big word. What that really means is you have a woody base and a semi-woody top. And in winters where conditions are really severe, whether it's drought, wind, all sorts of things like that, we can have all those suffrutescent plants simply fail to leaf out. Beautyberry is a classic example. This is one that has been used extensively because people love the size. They love that sort of amethyst colored fruits. This is one called Pearl Glam. Last year it was gorgeous. This year we have 2 little shoots from the base. So the issue really with the suffrutescent plants is you have to understand when you get them, they're not really a woody shrub. So we're going to take a look at a couple of other examples and talk about what you need to do if you want to use these in your landscape. A couple issues associated with suffrutescent plants are the cultivar variety and when you plant them. Oftentimes fall planting really becomes an issue if we have those weird winters. And cultivars, even though they're chosen for beautiful things like purple foliage, may not be very well tested in our up and down climate. That Pearl Glam, as an example, that is supposed to come out of the ground with purple foliage. You might have noticed that that is bright green. That is no longer the Pearl Glam. This is Blue Mist Spirea. This is another classic. It blooms in August. It's beautiful. You'll notice we have a little bit of live foliage on the very top. We have a lot of pruning cuts here, and we have a lot of dead Blue Mist Spirea. So again, the same issue is that what is the cultivar? When was this planted? The top is semi-woody, the bottom is not. Roses kind of fall into the same category, but of course people who grow roses do understand that the top of a rose bush is really not supposed to live through the winter in most instances anyway. Butterfly bush is another classic suffrutescent plant, and this is a really old stand of butterfly bush. You'll notice we have some that have a lot of foliage from the base. They look pretty robust. Others are mostly twig. The good thing about most suffrutescent plants is they flower on what we call new wood, so as long as they are alive now, you are likely to still have the beautiful flowers later in the season. People love Weigelia, especially the newer ones, which are smaller, they bloom longer, they might have variegated foliage, and they do this. This is classic Weigelia, wants to be suffrutescent. You'll notice the whole top on this one might have a little bit of green left, but not enough to make any difference. And they are beginning to try to flower on some of the wood. So here's the deal on suffrutescent plants. Make sure you understand that what you're buying is not a shrub that you can expect to slowly get bigger, slowly stay well through the winter, give you that contribution for years and years and years without occasionally deciding that that non-woody top does not want to live through the winter.